Hey, so I'm Jamin. The question is an employee works 3 hours in encoding, 2 hours in verification, 2 hours in processing, 1 hour in accomplishment in 5 working days. What is the percentage in encoding? So before we start, one thing that we got to remember is a lot of times with word problems, um, they are trying to get you to apply mathematics to a real life situation, or B, see if you understand what it is you're doing in mathematics by incorporating a couple words, a couple big words. So verification, processing, accomplishment, all that stuff, encoding. While you may not be familiar but with what these things are, maybe you are, maybe you aren't, it's really just important that you know this equation right here that I've written down. A percentage is just parts over a whole, a part or parts over a whole. Nothing more than that. It doesn't matter all the bigger words that kind of are incorporated to make the question seem more complicated than it actually is. Another thing that for this particular question, so unless it's typed wrong, and there's a little grammar error, but I don't think that anything else is messed up. It says in 5 working days. That actually doesn't matter. Um, Unless they're saying 5 working days is in 8 hour days, um, 5 working days, 8 hour days, something like that. They could be doing that, in which case, what I'm about to say does not apply. If they're saying 5 working days, then I believe that they're saying that, okay, 5 working days is 40 hours, in which case, 40 hours is the summation. Um, but I'm pretty sure that's not true. What I'm pretty sure they're saying is that 1 working day is 8 hours, and then they just threw in the number five because they want you to think that you messed up. Basically, is trying to see if you're really paying attention to what you're doing. So sometimes, every once in a while, there'll be information that you don't need. That's not all the time, and sometimes you want to verify that you've done a question right by checking to see if you used all the information. But that's not always true. Sometimes they won't be necessary. And so the big thing about that is just remembering, being confident in what you do know. So anyway, to answer the question, basically, like I said, it's parts over a whole. So the part that we're looking for is the amount of time in encoding. That's 3 hours. Simple as that. The whole is going to be the amount of time done in general. Now, I just told you a working day is 8 hours, but just to confirm that, you'll notice that it is 3 plus 2 3 hours in coding, 2 hours in verification, 2 hours in processing, and 2 hours in accomplishment, whatever that is. Um, 3, 5, 7, 8. There we go. So this is just 3/8. Now, once we get 3/8, if you put that in your calculator, you'll find that that equals 0.375. Um, 0.375 is almost your answer. It's not quite, but it's almost your answer. So this is technically correct. This is the decimal version of a percentage, but a percentage, you want to represent that, so you don't want to represent that as a decimal, basically. So all we got to do is multiply this number by 100, and so you'll get 37.5% is the actual answer. I don't know if your teacher would have accepted 0.375, but still, 37.5 is your answer. And so once again, this is just something where you got to make sure that you keep hold of what you do know, which is that a percentage is a part over a whole. Once you do that, all the other wording and some of the things that may be thrown in to kind of throw you off your course, you can neglect it all. It's just be confident in what you're doing, and you'll get the right answer. So anyway, 37.5 is your answer for today. 37.5% is your answer for today. I'm Jamin Harris. If you want any help, by all means, go to my profile and I'll do what I can. Thank you.